Ladies and gentlemen, it's Congress versus Congress once again, this time over Rahul Gandhi and his party's Narendra surrender jibe. Leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha had yesterday stirred a political storm, claiming that Prime Minister Narendra Modi surrendered after getting a call from the American President Donald Trump. Not just that, he even drew parallels with former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, saying she never backed down in 1971 despite pressure from the US. Now, Shashi Tharoor, Congress MP, leading one of the 7 multi-party delegations to the US, was asked this very question. Fact-checking Rahul Gandhi, Tharoor said India didn't need persuading to stop. He denied any third-party intervention. In fact, he said, "We have enormous respect for the American presidency and the American president. All we can say for ourselves is that we have never particularly wanted to ask anyone to mediate." Listen in to what Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition, had said, and then how his own party's MP fact-checked him.
जैसे उधर से ट्रंप ने एक इशारा किया, फोन उठाया, कहा मोदी जी क्या कर रहे हो, नरेंद्र सरेंडर, और जी हजूर करके नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने ट्रंप के इशारे का पालन किया। ये फर्क है, इनका कैरेक्टर है। ये सारे के सारे ऐसे हैं। कांग्रेस पार्टी सरेंडर नहीं होती है। गांधी जी, जवाहरलाल नेहरू, सरदार पटेल, ये सरेंडर वाले लोग नहीं हैं। ये सुपर पावर से लड़ने वाले लोग हैं।
It's a question that your own party continues to ask back home. Just yesterday, the leader of your party, Rahul Gandhi, said Modi surrendered to President Trump.
Sorry, what was the last one there?
That Modi surrendered to President Trump.
Look, all I can say is that we have enormous respect for the American presidency and the American president. All we can say for ourselves is that we have never particularly wanted to ask anyone to mediate. As I said, we have no real difficulty in speaking the same language as the Pakistanis. As long as they use the language of terrorism, we will use the language of force, and that doesn't require a third party.
But Rahul Gandhi did find some support. Salman Khurshid, another Congress leader, part of the multi-party delegation led by JDU MP Sanjay Kumar Jha, has said he supports Rahul Gandhi. Remember, he had earlier slammed those who were questioning the participation of opposition MPs in this mission. Speaking exclusively with Times Now, he said he's fully aligned with the position his party has taken. Listen in.
Sir, if we talk about domestic politics, then the announcement of ceasefire is basically an unresolved issue because there are several questions which are being raised by various opposition parties, even from the Congress party. This question must be raised when you were there in various countries, that why Mr. Donald Trump was the person who made this announcement.
Really, marginally sometimes these questions used to come, but our core issue there was terrorism, and we were concentrating on terrorism. These issues marginally used to arise and they would get answered by somebody or the other. But the issues that arise here in Indian political stream are issues that have to be handled here. These issues could not be imported to all those countries abroad, and what we were doing there is perhaps only of a marginal input here. But here the issues that are basically hardcore political issues will have to be decided here. Part of the Indian system, they'll have to be decided. They were not an impediment for us in doing what we had to do when we went abroad.
But do you believe that there was an intervention from the United States?
I don't believe anything. I only believe the questions that are being asked have to be replied. Now the point is that you asked me a question that I didn't have to answer there, and a question that was not core to the issue that we were handling there. You ask me questions about that to isolate me from my party would be wrong.
All right, so that was, of course, Salman Khurshid. My colleague Rishabh joins us for more on this. Rishabh, interestingly, Salman Khurshid was saying something else when he was on foreign soil. Now, of course, he's saying he fully stands with the Congress party and how it's been questioning our government and the armed forces over Operation Sindoor. But as far as these delegations are concerned, the ones that are, visiting different countries across the world, particularly United States of America, we had Shashi Tharoor clarifying that no mediation was asked for by the side of India. There was no third party that was asked to be involved in the India-Pakistan conflict.
Well, if we talk about Shashi Tharoor versus Congress, Congress has been up and ante against the government and has been taking jab at the government, and especially Rahul Gandhi. He has been raking up Donald Trump, the US president, raking up his role in the mediation between Delhi and Islamabad after Operation Sindoor, and he went on to a point where Rahul Gandhi said that it was Narendra Modi who surrendered in front of the US presidency.
Yes.
Now Shashi Tharoor, when he was asked this question, he very categorically in Washington said that we have never asked for mediation. India has never asked for mediation. We speak in the same language. India and Pakistan speak in the same language, except that they speak the language of terrorism. We are compelled to speak the language.
And that is exactly what these delegations are exposing in front of the world, how Pakistan speaks the language of terrorism. Rishabh, thanks very much for joining us at the moment. Viewers, with that, it's time for a short break, but news and updates will continue on Times Now.